Hello guys, here I want to translate this poetry entitled Menunggu Itu by Taufik Ismail. And now I want to translate this poetry by using TAP, Think Aloud Protocol. And here I will use babla.co.id that will help me to find the equivalent word or the translation of Indonesian word through the English that's become our target language. Now, here I want to just want to use like the red color beside the target language, beside the Indonesian, beside the bahasa Indonesia, and I want to use just like the red color. So we will just focus on the screen. And here let's start. Menunggu itu. This is not complete sentence because no subject, verb, and noun or adjective here, but because this is a poetry, a poet. So I just want to translate that become a waiting is. Sometimes in English we still need a complete sentence, so we can like waiting is blah 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 blah. But because this is poetry, a poet that must be a beauty, must have a word that like metaphor or like that. So we still can be just translate into waiting is like that, and we can next. Taufik Ismail is the writer behind this poetry. Okay, in the first sentence is menunggu itu sepi. Here I want to translate it with waiting is we can use this babla.co.id. Sepi. Can type here, and sepi is adjective. It can be quiet, desolate, and lonely. And I want to use lonely. Waiting is lonely. Then menunggu itu puisi. It's quiet, okay. Waiting is poetry. Menunggu itu nyeri. In here, I think the writer Taufik Ismail want to tell that this poet is like someone who feel lonely and that feel bored, not enough time to wait someone, or I don't know. So the equivalent word, the correct word for nyeri can be painful, nyeri can be hard, and something that make pain. So here I want to use waiting is painful. And In this sentence, Taufik Ismail want to give the imagine, the reader likes to imagine that menunggu is like wearing is, so we can use wearing is like Taufik Ismail give the description that give the imagine the menunggu wearing is sebuah stasiun kereta api. So it can be translated by a train station. Di negeri sunyi. Di negeri sunyi can be sunyi and sepi, each have a same context. Sepi and sunyi is like have same situation, and yeah, there's a similarity between sepi and sunyi, but sepi is more like no one there, and sunyi is more quiet. It's more no one, more like more quiet than sepi. So here I want to translate di negeri sunyi is di negeri can be in a land of sunyi. Sunyi is more quiet and have different context, sepi and sunyi, because here sunyi is for the negeri, the subject is negeri. Sepi refers to like the context of this poet is for like someone who, in my opinion, this context of this poet is for someone who wearing someone. So it translates by lonely, someone who lonely, feel lonely, no friends, no someone that can be go together like that. So for sunyi, in a land of silence. I translated with silence. Malam yang berdiri di sini. Night stands here. Because this word is present and still happening, so I use S. Night stands here. Next. Ada wajahmu dan wajahku. Ada wajahku dan wajahmu. There's a lot of figure of speech in this poetry, so we need to forward the beauty of word, because back to the context of this word text that we translate, and now we translate a poet, so we still need to use the beauty of word. Ada wajahmu dan wajahku. we can translate it with there is your face and mine. Benarkah jadi begini? Is it really like this? We can translate it like this. Rambutnya hitam, sepi itu. Here, it's little bit tricky to sentence it. It's little bit tricky, but because rambutnya hitam, sepi itu. Yeah, a little bit confusing for me to translate it to through English because actually we need to describe it and separate it into two words, but we try. That rambutnya hitam, sepi itu. Iris deserted, black hair. Why I use deserted? Like we use .co.id before. Desolate, lonely. We also can use Google Translate. Deserted is sepi, but deserted is not common word. But deserted is like more silence, no one's there, and because the next word is sunyi adalah sebuah bangku kamar tunggu. Silent is like waiting room seats. So it's imagine that silent in there is that no one there and so silent, so quiet, and it's maybe deserted is a correct word to translate it di sepi itu. To the correlation for the waiting room seat, it can be okay and connect. It is same like before, deserted. Wait here, because when we translate some text, we might be consistent to use the word. Next, sunyi adalah sebuah bangku kamar tunggu. Silence is a waiting room seat. We beg to use silence for the sunyi because it's describe a situation of a condition of like a room, so we can use silent. If we use lonely, is for human, for people. So there's the differences between silence and lonely that we use in this poetry. Next, dan jam tua berdetik di atas itu. Right to verse and an old clock. Don't forget to use an, because in here we use o. A, I, U, E, O, the vocal words. The vocal words we use A, I, U, E, O. An old clock, comma, is ticking, berdetik, ticking on top of that. That refers to back to the previous sentence. That refers to kamar tunggu. That refers to waiting room seat. So we simply can use that here for di atas itu. Itu means waiting room seat. And an old clock is ticking on top of that. Sunyi itu tak pernah tidur. Silence never sleeps. Why I use sleeps? Because I want to be consistent, because in this poetry I want to use present tense. So like before I use tense, and here I want to use sleeps, because I want to like consistent, that I still remember that I use present tense here. Next, silence is muted. Yes. That's not means a pass, because muted guess is the translation of tamu yang bisu. Bisu means like deaf people, but muted people, it can also have the same meaning of someone who cannot to speak, like as a deaf people. It can be muted people. Next, menawarkan rokok padamu. Offering cigarettes to you. It's quite simple. Offering cigarette to you. Oh yeah, I want to use cigarettes using S, because someone if offering sometimes if someone offering cigarette, there's not just one or more than one. Sometimes it's like that. So if we offer people cigarette, it's mean that we have a lot of cigarette, not just one, because we still need to smoke, yeah, right? So cigarette here, it's mean I have a lot of cigarette, more than one. Lot is mean more than one. So I use S here, offering cigarettes to you. Next, sunyi itu mengembara kemana-mana. Sunyi itu mengembara kemana? Sorry. We can translate that silence back to the previous translation that we use silence. Silence, 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 silence. Be consistent if we translate some text. Silence, wonders. Mengembara, we can use wonders. Wherever. Kemana? Sunyi itu kota gemuruh. Back to use silence. Gemuruh. Gemuruh is describe the thunder that have like sounds full. The sound is so loud. So gemuruh is the thunder that happen many times. So there's a lot of thunder. So we can use thunderous city. It's tricky to us to translate the poetry. Next. Sunyi itu padang penembakan. Padang penembakan, it can be like there's a lot of military in there that bring a gun, bring a tank or something like that. So there's a fight there. So we can use, I think the correct word for this the translation of padang penembakan is battleground. So silence is battleground. Sunyi itu tulang belulang. Silence is tulang belulang. It's mean the human bones, people bones that have sacrificed for a long time. So we can use the skeleton of people. We can use bones. Sebuah dunia yang ngeri. The beauty of word, this figure of speech that's so beautiful from Taufik Ismail. It's not easy for the translators to translate this poetry. A scary word. Menyuruh orang menanti. Menyuruh, we can use us. We can use order, but it's more common that we use order. because it is menyuruh, so it is active word that we ask for someone to wearing, so it's still happening. We can be used in because it's still work, it's still happen. So ordering people to obey. Menanti it's not mean waiting, but menanti here is like people must be stuck on the rules. People must be like know that we should go with the rules that in there, so we use obey. Ada karcis, ada kompor yang tua. We can use Google Translate. I remember that we can use lies. Berbohong, lies can be terletak, nampak, terlihat. So we can use lies. Fee for the karcis, because karcis, if we know karcis, we should to pay, so it can be fee also. Ada kompor yang tua, nampak, worn stove. We can be used old, but for stove, for a noun, for a stove is not old stove, but the proper word is worn for the kompor yang tua. Perjalanan seperti tak habisnya. Seperti tak habisnya, so we can use seems like a never ending journey. Seems like a never ending journey. Menunggu itu sepi. Back to the first paragraph, that menunggu itu sepi. Waiting is lonely. Waiting is painful. And here, teka-teki. We try to use babla.co.id, teka-teki, enigma, puzzle, riddle, enigmatic clue, cryptic. But the equivalent word to translate teka-teki here is, I think, riddle. Riddle is more common. Riddle is more proper word to translate it in here. So waiting is riddle. And waiting is this for the last sentence. Okay, I want to read this poetry to check and recheck. Waiting is by Taufik Ismail. Waiting is lonely. Waiting is poetry. Waiting is painful. Waiting is like a train station in a land of silence. Night stands here. There's your face and mine. Is it really like this? It's deserted black hair. It's deserted white hair. Silent is a waiting room seat. And an old clock is ticking on top of that. Silent never sleeps. Silent is mere request offering cigarettes to you. Silent wanders wherever. Silent thunders city. Silent is battleground and silent is bones. A scary words ordering people to obey. Let's feel less worn stuff. Seems like a never-ending journey. Waiting is lonely. Waiting is painful. Waiting is riddle. Waiting is this. Enough at all, and thank you for all to have times to hear my thing Aloud protocol to translate this poetry by Taufik Ismail entitled by thing is Menunggu Itu by Taufik Ismail. And sorry if there's many kekurangan there. So, and because I recorded in my course, so there's a lot of songs that from my friends here. Sorry and thank you at all. See you.